So bringing your feet flat to the floor and begin to bring your attention to your feet and press all four corners down firmly. And just with a concerted effort, kind of stamp the floor with your feet. Notice what that happens to the leg muscles. They go, oh, she's asking me to do something. Press down. Yeah, so, and then release any effort there. Get tall in the spine. Breathe in and out. Get long in the neck, relax your jaw. Feel your feet firmly planted. Breathe in and out a few times. And then we're going to do a clearing breath, which is a very nice thing to do at this point in our stay-at-home career. Inhale together. Exhale through the mouth, let go. Empty all your air. And then draw the navel to the spine and just kind of drop the chin slightly forward. With your next breath in, nice and easy, fill up. And then exhale, release through the nose, gently, carefully empty all the way out. Full breath in together. And out through the mouth. Draw the navel to the spine. Gently release your head. And then with an inhale, lifting the chin level with the floor. Flow the breath in and out. And then on your next breath in, we're going to chant or say to ourselves, full on the inhale. And on the exhale, empty. Just say to yourself these two words, full and empty. If the eyes are closed or open, it doesn't matter, but just do what you can here. Breathing in, saying the word full, and then saying to yourself, empty. One more, inhale. And empty. And then full breath in again. And release through the mouth, clearing. Letting go. Keep the air out, draw the navel to the spine, and then draw the chin a little further down toward the chest, stretching the back of the neck. And then with an inhale, lift the chin. Stretch the front of the throat a tiny bit, not too high, just nice and easy on the inhale. And then on the exhale, draw the chin down toward the chest, just nodding yes. Moving slowly. Moving through space. And then bring everything to neutral. Keep the breath flowing in and out, full and empty. And then doing a scan, let's quickly check in with our bodies and start with the feet and go up to the knees, the hips, the belly, the rib cage, the chest and shoulders and neck, the face and jaw. And once you get to the top, elongate the spine, lift the crown of the head up. Keep that length on the exhale. Keep the breath flowing in and out. All right, lifting the shoulders. We're going to start moving, drawing them up. Lift the chin, squeeze at the top. Draw the shoulders back and down, just rotating the shoulders, moving the head up and down again. So up and down, rotating, timing it with your breath. Keeping the breath flowing, don't forget. Always feels better when you breathe with your movement. And as you drop the shoulders down and the head goes down, feel the stretch in the back of the neck. And the head goes up, feel the stretch in the front of the throat. And then bring everything to neutral and depress the shoulders down. Draw the elbows alongside the rib cage. Lengthen the back of the neck. And then draw the chest slightly forward as you draw the navel in toward the spine. Keep it there as you breathe in and out. Now draw the shoulders back. Draw the shoulders down. Retracting. Drawing the shoulder blades together. Draw the shoulders down. One more time, draw the shoulder blades together. Draw the shoulders down. Now we're going to protract the shoulders as the shoulder heads come forward, just isolating the upper back, not moving the head, not moving the hips. So forward, draw back, just the shoulders. Forward and back. And once again, forward. Draw the shoulders back, lengthen the neck, lengthen the spine, and then depress the shoulders away from the ears, get long in the neck. Take your hands behind you. Grab a hold of your wrists or your forearms. Just hold the shoulders there, and now draw the shoulder heads back slightly. Take the rib cage in a little bit. So if it jutted forward, take it in toward the back body. You can feel a little lengthening the spine when you do that. You can feel that, right, with your hands and arms. And then draw the shoulders back a tiny bit more. It's a big shoulder stretch. Notice which arm is on top of the other. So just notice for a moment. Okay, good. All right, dropping your ear over to the right. And just release it down toward the shoulder, not in front of the shoulder if you can help it. And then bring the head to neutral. Drop the ear over to the other shoulder. And then right back to center and take your hands, other arm on top, however you have them grasped. So if you have the wrist, bring the hands, other hand on top. Over to the left, drop the ear over. Feel that stretch, bring that ear right on top of that shoulder. Drop it down if it's lifting up. And then over to the other side, slowly release the neck and shoulder. It gets better. And then bring the head to neutral. Take your hands and bring your hands together, interlaced. Very light, not gripping. And then draw the shoulder heads back. Relax the shoulder heads forward. Draw the shoulder heads back. Drop the shoulders down now. Keep the shoulders engaged. And then bring your hands over to your right hip. So I have my hands interlaced. If that's not happening for you, if you can just grab your wrists or maybe just place one hand on your hip like that. And then drop your ear away from your hands. So I have my hands on my right hip. My ear is going over to the left. And then we're going to roll the head down toward the chest and around to the other side. Ooh. And bring the head to neutral. Hands to the other hip. Drop the head over to the right. Feel that stretch, so tight. And then we're going to rock and roll over to the other side. Yeah, and then back to neutral. Bring your hands to the center, the river of your spine. Drop the hands lower down, right at maybe at the top of the seat there. So rest your hands right on the top of the seat and draw your shoulder heads back. Draw your rib cage in if it's jutting forward. And if your chin's jutting forward, depress the shoulders down as you bring the head back slightly. All right, we're gonna lean forward and try to maybe take our arms a little bit straighter. Rest them on your back. Draw your chin slightly in toward your throat to elongate your neck. And then if you want, if you have that mobility in your shoulders, lift your hands, your arms off your back. Not going too far here. And then sit up tall, release your arms, relax your shoulders. Draw them back again. And then unlace your fingers and bring their hands right in the center of your thighs. Press down gently and then lift up, lengthening the waist. Take one hand over to let's start with the left hand, over to the right shoulder. See if you can grab a hold of the shoulder and then drop your elbow onto your chest. Like that. And then drop your ear away from your hand. Another neck stretch. This time we're going to stretch at a diagonal. Drop the chin down towards your arm, right? And then see if you can massage the top of your trap. Ooh, tight and sore. If you can't reach it, do what you can here. Maybe massage the front of the shoulder. Good, and then bring the head back to center. Other side. Grab a hold of that shoulder. It's easier this side. I have more mobility on one side than the other. All right, hold on to that shoulder. Drop the ear away from that hand. And then draw the chin down slightly at a diagonal towards your chest. And then give your trap a little massage. I'm going to dig in with my fingers. Oh boy. So good. And then bring the head to neutral. And then slide your hand a little further down, right in front of your shoulder, and cross your arms. Yeah. So the hands are flat on your front of your shoulders, like that. And then press the shoulders down, lengthen the back of the neck. Lift your elbows about the height of your shoulders. Press the top arm into the bottom arm so you feel that action. So one arm's lifting, one arm's going downward, pressing downward, right? Hold here. We're going to twist. Inhale, keeping the elbows off your chest if you can. We're going to turn to the right first. And then come back to center. And then going to the left, turning, spinning, and back to center. You feel that turn in the rib cage? And now take your hands and then just slide your hands along your arms and bring your arms overhead. And now we're going to do a Ganesha Grasp. This is a mudra where the fingers are hooked. And then pull slightly. This is so good for the shoulders. Pull slightly. All right. And now extend the arms overhead as best you can. So I still have my fingers hooked. I'm going to unhook them in a second. Release that. And then draw the palms so they face each other. Relax your shoulders. And then extend the arms up. And now we're going to make a star with our arms. So these are the 2 points overhead here with our arms, like that. Yeah. Relax your shoulders down the back. So draw the shoulder blade down the back. Extend the arms all the way in this star position. Yeah. And then release the arms slowly with very straight arms. Palms are facing upward. Now we're going to just drop the backs of the hands onto the legs. Relax your shoulders. Find your tall spine. Take a slow, full breath in. And empty all the way out. All right. So we're going to change sides. Grab a hold of your shoulder with your opposite arm. Oh, let's see. Let me try that again. Grab your shoulder with your opposite arm and then slide your hand down to the front of your shoulder and cross your arms. There we go. I got it. I got it. All right. Hold here for a moment to press those shoulders down, lengthen the spine, and take a breath in, lifting the arms about the height of your shoulders, lifting up and pressing down at the same time. Now keep that action as we come into our twist. Inhale, press down into the floor with your feet as you come into your twist. Now I'm going to the right. I probably should have gone to the left, but it really doesn't matter. So go to one side, change sides, go to the other side, turning. And then come back to the center, find center. And then inhale, lifting the elbows up. And then sliding the hands along the arms all the way to the opposite grasp, the other arm hand on top, and give it a nice pull. You feel a big opening in the top of the shoulders, into the armpits, even into the rib cage, maybe the top of the hips. The hands are hovering right above the crown of the head. Got that? Yeah, elbows are bent. Yeah, it's big, huh? It feels like you're strengthening the upper back muscles, that big muscle on the back trapezius. And then extend the arms. I still have my grasp. I'm still pulling. And then eventually let go of that grasp. Turn the palms so they face each other. Lengthen both arms evenly. And then come into the star. Straighten the arms, dropping the shoulders, knitting the ribs. Breath is flowing. Hold here. And then release the arms down to the side. We're going to come into a twist. So let's go to the left first. So take the back of the hand of the right hand to the back outside of the leg. I'm going to heel toe my legs a little closer. And then come into your twist, grabbing a hold of something in the back. You could even place your hand on your back. Your shoulder should be nice and warm at this point. So whatever feels good for your shoulder, it's a stretch for your shoulder. If you place the other hand on your lower back, then open up that left shoulder toward the back of the chair. Breathe in your twist, notice your rib cage, and place your hips evenly on the chair. So if you're leaning in any direction, find a neutrality in your sit bones pressing onto the seat. All right, inhale, unwind all that. Come to neutral, look straight ahead. Let's go straight over to the other side. Back of the hand on the outside. I'm going to bring my feet even closer. Pressing the leg gently into the back of my arm as I lift up, finding more space to turn, and then come into your twist. I'm going to place my hand on my back because that feels good on my shoulder today. And I'm going to draw that right shoulder back toward the other shoulder. Big stretch. Find your breath, nice and easy. And then inhale, come back to the front. Loop the shoulders around in a circle. All right, last thing for the shoulders, lifting the arm to the front like that. And I just want to show you this action of the shoulder blade. So when we reach the shoulder forward, I'll turn to the side. You can kind of see it. And I turn to the side and you can see my shoulder and it's kind of reaching forward and it's rounding. And I'm as if I'm going to reach someone's hand to grab it. And now I'm going to take the whole shoulder and arm back and plug it in. The humerus bone is going back toward the spine. Try that again. Reach that arm long. You feel your torso twist slightly. Now this is where the shoulder should be, right here engaged in the socket. Then lift that arm overhead. Keep the shoulder engaged. and then bring it to the side. Try that with the other side. So reach it long, the shoulder blades coming off the back and the arms moving forward. The shoulders are uneven. I've come into a little bit of a twist going away from the arm, right? And now look how square I am as I plug that shoulder in. Draw it in. Use the muscles between the shoulder blades, the intercostal, the rhomboid, sorry. And then draw that arm away. Little bit of a twist, reach, and then plug it in. Keep it there. Draw it to the side. Yeah, doesn't that feel good? And then bring the other arm to meet it. Both arms are lower than the shoulder. Hands are lower than the shoulder. So if they're up here, drop them down slightly and then plug those shoulder blades together, feeling that action in the socket. Turn the palms up. We're going to lift both arms evenly, keeping that muscle between the shoulder blades, the rhomboid area. Bring the arms overhead. Keep the head neutral. Bring the palms together. Bend the elbows. Press the palms slightly. Dropping the shoulders down. Now, when we stretch our wrists, we stretch the muscles in our forearms, which travel up into the upper arm, which travels into the top of the arm, the deltoid area, and the top of the trap into the neck and head. So stretching our hands and wrists are very important. So we'll just do a quick open and close. Give it a little squeeze. So making a fist and squeeze. And then keep your hands in a fist and rotate your hands in a circle. And go the other way. And then just do this, keeping your hands in a fist, moving the wrist back up and down. And then extend the fingers long, palms face up. See if you can get some stretch in the thumb joint. Just open up the palm. Spread the fingers wide. Extend your right arm forward and drop the fingers straight down. So my forearm, the inside of the forearm is facing upward. And then just a gentle stretch. Straight arm. Drop your arm a little lower than your shoulder. So if you're doing it up here, bring your hand down. So you're not lifting the shoulder up. And then see if you can get that thumb a little further away from the palm. Turn the hand upward and stretch away. So I'm pressing my palm away from my body and my fingers are coming toward me. Got it? Good. Give that a shake. And change sides. Fingers face down. Press the base of the palm away from you. Now, if you stretch this area right here at the crease, you'll get a better stretch in the wrist and in the finger joints. It's all connected there. Separate that thumb away from the palm if you can. So if it's curved or crooked or crooked, work on straightening it. And turn the fingers up, press the palm away. Yeah. Oh, open up that thumb. Oh, yeah. All right, now take your hands like that and just do a few thumb rotations. And go the other way. Give your hands a shake. Open and close your wrists, fists. And then rest them on your legs. Close your eyes. Breathe in and out. Full breath in. Empty all the way out. All right. So we're going to open up the knee joint again. So lift up your leg by grabbing the back of your thigh. And we're going to give the leg a little shake. So a little traction. So the gravity is kind of taking it. And just shake that leg. The other day we did the towel behind the knee. If you go for a long walk or if you've been walking or hiking, this is a nice thing to do after those activities. All right, so it's kind of hard to shake, but just do what you can here. A little shake, the ankle's going around. All right. And then lift that knee a little higher, yeah, like that. And just go up and down. The ankle is just dangling up and down. And just wake up that hip joint. Kind of cranky in there, yeah. So lifting up that knee, working that hip. And then take your hands in front of your shin and then just draw that leg to the side. Using your strap if you need to. You can always take your towel in front of your shin. Can't reach your shin with your hands. And then bring the leg back to center. Walking your hands down towards your ankle. And just gently pull that foot towards you and then flex your foot. My hands are a little closer to my ankle. Yeah, and I'm just drawing that foot a little closer, stretching the knee joint. Walk your hands back up. Lift. And now bring your hands behind your thigh again. And then press through the heel, straighten your leg. Like that. And then bend your knee. And straighten your leg. And bend. One more. Lift. Extend. Press through the heel. And then drop the heel to the ground. Keep the foot flexed. Figure out a little more squareness on your hips there. So adjust your seat. And then pull your toes towards you. We're going to point our foot going through a floint, which means the ball of the foot is pressing forward like you're pressing on the gas pedal. And then come into a pointed toe, pointed foot, going through, rolling through a floint, and then to a flex. Keeping that leg very straight. One or two more of these. Let's do two more. Into a point, and then a floint, and then a flex. One more. And then rolling through the foot, pressing through the heel. Straighten that leg. And bring it back in. Interlace or just grab the back of your thigh, lift it up, give your leg a little shake. Do a little rotation. Nice loose ankles. Doesn't that feel good? And maybe shake the leg a tiny bit. And then lift the knee a little higher. Bring your hands in front of your shin. And then walk your hands down towards your ankle and gently draw that heel towards you as you flex your foot. If you're rounding in the lower back, see if you can sit a little bit taller for me. Yeah. And then relax your ankle. Bring your hands back up towards your knee and then lift that knee a little higher as you come to the side. It's not going to go very far, just opening up the hip. That feels good. And then come back to the front. Bring your hands behind your thigh once again, and then extend the leg forward, pressing through the heel. And bend, and a little bit of lift, and extend. Pressing, lifting, feeling the action of your quad. Extend, good, and lift. Last one, pressing through the heel. And then dropping the heel slowly, carefully to the ground. Find a strong, straight leg. So I'm using my hand a little bit to see if I can straighten this leg a little more. You're on the edge of your chair, by the way. I see some of you moving forward. All right, now we're going to go through a floint, and then a point, and then a floint, and then a flex. Do that 3 times. Just rolling through the foot, evenly pointing and evenly flexing. You can see your foot, so if You can adjust your alignment, please do. Last one, give it a flex. Nice straight and strong leg. All right, pressing down with this foot on the floor, we're going to hover the heel off the ground. So activating through the quad, press out through the heel. So a nice long energy at the back of the leg. Keep pressing, keep lifting. And then bending your knee, a couple soccer kicks to straighten the leg more. Activating our quad 3 times. Last one, press through the heel and drop the heel to the floor. Let's do the other side, extend the other leg, flex that foot, get tall in the spine, press down into the floor with the foot there, press down, and then lift off. Hold here. Keep pressing through the heel. Now feel that quadricep work, feel that knee joint, see that alignment. Find some alignment. So I'm going to turn my foot slightly because it's not quite aligned with my knee. It's kind of turning in a little bit. All right, soccer kicks, just a little lift of the knee and then press through the heel 3 times. Yeah. And press. Well done. All right, set that foot back down. Lift both heels. Good ankle opener. And lift both heels, and lift both heels, and lift both heels. And then drop your heels to the floor, and then bring the soles of the feet off the ground and press the heels firmly down. And release, and lift, press, release, lift. Press those heels, kind of like you're digging in your heels so you don't want to go anywhere, can't go anywhere. And then release the feet to the floor, lift the heels, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. All right, get comfortable on your chair again. We're going to bring our arms into eagle arms. Garudasana. So we're going to let's start with the right arm on top. Palms are facing upward. See if you can cross your arms all the way to the elbow. Yeah? Now the option is to place the hands on the shoulders, like that. The other option is to bring the backs of the hands to touch or interlace the wrists. So I've got my palm kind of nestled into the other palm into eagle arms. That's a good stretch for the upper back. Take a breath in and a breath out. We're going to lift our elbows off our chest a tiny bit. So feel the expanse across the chest wherever you're at. If you have your hands on your shoulders, you can still lift the elbows up. Keeping the head neutral, keeping the hips and the lower back neutral. And then drop the elbows down. We're going to go into a cat with our arms like this. Just one cat. We're going to roll back. Dropping the head a tiny bit. It's a big stretch. The elbows kind of tuck into the belly here. And then as you come forward, we're going to lift the elbows off the chest and lift the arms a tiny bit more. Look up and release your arms. Whoa. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Hold here for a moment. How we doing? Stick with it. All right, bring the arms, other arm on top, palms face upward. Yep. And then intertwine. So now we have our right arm on top, left arm underneath. Drop the elbows to your chest, relax your shoulders down. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale the elbows off. Hold here. Breathe in and out. Full breath in. Empty all the way out as you release your elbows down. All right, one cat-cow. Inhale, lift. Elbows are off the chest. And then as you come into your cat, the elbows tuck down into the belly, the head drops toward the chest, rounding and doming the back. And then rock forward, neutral spine, lift the elbows off the chest once again, and look up. And release. All right, that was a shoulder stretch if I ever had one. Rotate those shoulders. Oh. Turn your head side to side. Bring your head to neutral, relax your shoulders. Close your eyes for a moment. Full breath. Empty all the way out. And open your eyes. All right, let's grab your block. Sit back, lean back on the back of the chair. Bring the sides of the feet on top of the block like that. So you're kind of slumped like you're watching TV, very relaxed. Yeah. All right, we're going to sit up. So some knees don't like this. So that's why you're leaning back at first. So you may stay here for just a moment, and we're going to work the feet and the lower legs. So if you can, you're going to take your hands to sit taller, keeping the feet together or not. You can separate them. So I'm using my chair and then coming forward a little bit. Bring your hands, rest them gently somewhere near your knees, and then gently press downward. See the feet come apart. That's okay. Just a little stretch there. All right, now get to where you're going, where you're comfortable. If there's any discomfort at all, back off, lean back if this is too much. Now get to where you're going and then press the soles of the feet together. I'm going to join my toes even, activating all of these muscles in the leg. Hold here. Now I'm going to see if I can sit taller. Find a very comfortable seat with a bit of pressure with the feet touching. Yeah. All right, and then release, relax. All right, hands on the inside of the knees, and then press the knees into the hands. And release. Again, press the knees into the hands, just lifting up, feeling the triceps working. And the feet are very relaxed. They can be still joined or separated. Just working our hips, inner legs that go down to the knee joint. Lifting up, dropping down. And now stay neutral here. We're going to come into a cat pose. Come around the spine. We're going to do a little stretch for our pelvic bowl. So with our knees wide in our Baddha Konasana pose, we're coming into a cat. And now we're going to go forward, scooping upward into a cow. A little bit of lean over the feet as you come forward and upward. Nice work. And then come back to center. Let's join the legs together. Keep the feet on the block and just relax your toes over the edge. And I want you to grip the block. We did this yesterday too. So I want you to grip the block with your toes. So drop them over the edge and give it a grip. And release. And evenly grip. The big toe wants to do most of the work, but I want the other toes to do something here. And then release. And grip that block. Whoa. And release. All right, relaxed feet, relaxed soles of the feet, pressing evenly into the block with both feet, twisting to the right. Let's go to the right. Keeping the hips even on the chair. You can even do a little engagement of the feet onto the block to get a little taller. So that creates a little more space to turn. You keep going with the head and neck. We've done a lot of stretching for the neck. And inhale, come back to the front. Let's go right over to the other side. And inhale, come back to the front. Kick that block out of the way. Come over to the corner of your chair. Bring your feet flat to the floor and the knees bent, and bring those knees directly over your ankles. So if they're collapsed inward or outward, press the feet evenly, all four corners. Sit tall. So right on the corner of the chair here. Lifting your right arm directly above your right thigh, like that. Yep. We're going to come into that warrior two pose again that we did on Tuesday. Lifting the back arm up and gaze out over your front arm. Press down into the floor with your feet. Lift out of the pelvis. Reach those arms in opposite directions, spreading across the chest. Hold here. Breathing. Full breath in. Empty all the way out. All right, we're going to drop this back arm, turn the front hand up, and just a little lift toward the sky. Feeling a little bit of a front body stretch. And then back to warrior two arms. Gaze out over those fingertips. And then take the hands and arms like that. And we're going to come into a twist. Grab a hold of the back of the chair with your right hand. Bring your left hand over to your thigh. If it's too far away, keep it on the other leg. And then turning toward the back of your chair. Inhale, unwind. Make your way over to the other corner. Feet are flat. Bring those knees directly above your ankles. Press all four corners of the feet firmly into the floor and lift out of the pelvis, creating a little more length in the waist. Now, this arm, lifting right above that left leg, straight in, and then plug that shoulder in that we learned earlier, and then release and lift that back arm in line with the front arm. Look out over your front fingertips. These are warrior two arms, Virabhadrasana 2. Now even out your hips if you're leaning toward the front thigh or the back thigh. See if you can even out your waist and really stretch across the chest. One breath. Keep pressing down into the earth evenly with your feet. And then drop that back arm, turn the front hand up, lift it overhead. Feel that side body, front body, diagonal body stretch in the ribs. And then back to warrior two. So lift that back arm, stretch that front arm, spread across the collarbones. All right, we're going to swing the arms all the way around. Grab a hold of the back of the chair. Can you land this right hand to your left leg as you come into a twist, turning toward the back? One more breath. All right, well done, everyone. Come back to the front. Should feel pretty good in the arms and neck and torso. So let's make our way to standing, and we're going to try warrior two standing. So make sure you have the chair handy if you need it. I'm going to move my chair to one side of my mat. If you have a mat, I recommend standing on it. Step away from your chair, and my arm's going to go over the back of the chair. Shift your weight into your left foot, and then step your right foot towards your chair, like that. So I'm going to line my heel to the center of my back arch. Bend that front knee. So I don't have a huge stance here. I'm just going to slightly bend that front knee. And then straighten it. Hands on your hips. Hands on your hips. So you're leaning into that leg, right? You're kind of leaning as you bend, right? So that's okay for now. We're going to fix that in a second. I want you to just kind of lean into it as you bend that knee. And the other thing that's very, very important as you're bending that knee, make sure you're tracking it above your foot, your toes, and not going inward or some other direction. All right. All right, straighten that front leg. Straighten it all the way and then lift off your foot, keeping the heel very firmly planted. Drop that foot and bend your knee. Straighten the leg, lift the foot. This is a leg stretch. And drop the foot and bend your knee. One more time, straighten that leg, keeping that back foot where it is. Lift the front foot, keeping the heel planted. Feel that stretch. And now drop the foot, bend the knee. About that far, right? And now you're going to take your torso and align it right between your legs. So you're not leaning over the front leg. Notice how it takes a little less strain off that front leg. Now lifting your right arm in line right above that thigh, just like we did seated. And then the other arm goes to the back in line with the front arm. Turn your head, gaze out over your fingertips. And now everyone take your shoulders slightly together. Instead of reaching that shoulder off the back, I want you to plug that shoulder in, engage the shoulder into the socket as you reach. Keep stamping the front foot, even weight on the back foot, pressing the big toe mound and all four corners of your feet, and then straighten that front leg. Step the back foot in. Give that leg a good shake. So that was a good knee workout. I'm going to turn to the other side. Stepping away from my chair, or change sides. You ready? Let's bring our hands to our hips. Stand tall, step your left foot towards your chair. Align your heel with your back foot, the center of your back foot. Bending that left leg. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. Keeping the back leg straight as you bend and straighten the left side. One more. Bend and straighten. All right, lifting the foot off the floor. Really drive that heel into the floor, feeling that stretch in the back of the knee. Set it back down and bend. Straighten. Lift. Set it down carefully, toes apart if you can, and bend. Straighten. Lift. All right, this one we're going to hold and come into Warrior Two. Bend that knee, align that knee right over the toes, lifting the left arm in line right above that left thigh. Extend it. Lift the back arm. Even out your weight in both legs. So I'm not leaning over the front leg. Reach that back arm so you can kind of like pulling that back toward the back so you can even out the hips. Pressing the feet firmly, particularly the inside seam of both feet. Gaze out over those left fingertips. Reach those arms long. Keep reaching, keep reaching. And release. Step the back foot in. Come into box pose using the back of your chair. So this time, walk your feet away. And bring the feet right underneath the hips. Pick up your heels. Bring the feet under your hips. Pick up your heels. And then drop your torso so it's pretty much parallel to the floor, like that. You've got your heels off the floor. And now we're going to drop the heels down And see if we can find some length in the back of the legs. That doesn't have to straighten if your hamstrings are really talking or you have very tight hamstrings, which many of us do. This is why we're doing this. And bend your knees. Lift your heels off the floor. Drop the heels down to the ground and lengthen the legs. Any amount. Bend the knees. Lift the heels. This is the last one. Make it a good one. Drop the heels down. Lengthen the legs. See if you can come into your L-shaped box pose. Ardha Uttanasana. And then lift your head. Walk your feet towards your chair. Well done. Have a seat. And a strap. If you have one handy. Ball of the foot. Take your leg off the heel off the floor and then bend your knee and straighten your leg. And tracking the knee nice and even and balanced. So try not to draw the knee to the side. Make sure that kneecap's facing upward. Keeping the foot flexed. And I like to place the strap on the ball of the foot for better stretch. All right, and extend that leg. And let's bring the strap into the right hand if you have the right leg up. And we're going to swing that leg to the side, keeping this foot pretty steady and stable to stabilize our hips and our torso. As we swing it gently to the right, arm goes to the left, and turn your head to the left. All right, come back to the center. And release. Doesn't take much. You can do all of this on your own. I recommend it. When we take a vacation next week. Not next week, the week after. All right, keeping the legs straight. Lift off. Bend and straighten. Press through the heel. I believe we started with something like this. Using that other foot for stability. And extend that leg. And draw that leg to the side, just opening up, looking at your right hand. Turn away from that leg. And back to the front. And release. Taking your right foot, right leg on top of the left. So crossing the legs. Heel toe that bottom foot toward this midline, toward the center. And then draw the knees, squeeze the knees to sit up taller. Holding on to the front of your knee, draw your torso toward it so you can feel a little longer in the spine. Garudasana legs, these are eagle legs. Now, if you know the wrap, you can tuck the back toes if you want behind your calf. And if you want, you can add the arms or just the legs. So my right leg is on top. I'm going to bring my left arm on top, intertwining into eagle pose. Just hold here for a breath or two. All right, with an inhale, unwind, release. And come to the other side. Crossing your legs. Wrapping the foot if you want. And now the opposite arm on top. right, hold here. Feel a long, tall spine. Nice expanse of the upper back, long neck. And release your arms and legs, unwind. Roll back into a very easy, juicy cat. Then forward into a gentle back bend. Find neutral. Close your eyes. Slow down your breath. And then making your way into Shavasana, onto the floor. I demonstrated Viparita Karani yesterday. If you'd like legs up the wall, please go for it. Or just sit back on your chair, rest your hands. Maybe turn your palms upward this time if you're on your chair. Relax your shoulders, come into a very comfortable place, a still place. Just feel that energy, the vibration, the pulsation of your circulatory system going to all parts, toes and fingers. The thoughts remain calm. Saying the word full on the inhale, empty. Saying the word empty on the exhale.